And we continue our coverage of the racist Northam yearbook photo and the governor's denial that he was actually in the controversial picture. I'm here now with our own political analyst, Dr. Bob Holsworth. Dr. Bob, thanks for coming in. So, did the governor buy himself some time? Was that a successful news conference as he sought to put this controversy at least at arm's length?
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do exactly, Bill. Trying to give himself a couple of days, prove that that picture is not him, try to find some explanation for how it wound up on his yearbook page. I don't think it worked. And I really don't think it worked because he did say that he had put sort of shoe polish on his face that one day to imitate Michael Jackson, and then went on to say, even though that was bad, he did mention, I won the dance contest. It was kind of a foolish thing that he did.
It was almost surreal because here he is denying that he was either of these two characters in this picture that you're looking at right now, either the one in blackface or the KKK uniform, and then all of a sudden saying, and I would remember because I did do this. Let's actually listen in. I think we have that soundbite.
That same year, I did participate in a dance contest in San Antonio, in which I darkened my face as part of a Michael Jackson costume. I look back now and regret that I did not understand the harmful legacy of an action like that.
So here he is saying, I didn't do this, but I did this. Essentially, to any viewer would say, that's the same thing. What exactly are you telling us? In a sense, he's muddied the water. He's made himself look worse. And indeed, the responses were coming in as we were watching the Black Legislative Caucus, people saying, no, this isn't changing anything for us.
None of the political allies that he had who have been calling for his resignation changed their mind on this. In fact, we've seen more people weigh in since that press conference. Attorney General Mark Herring, Lieutenant Governor Fairfax didn't call for him to resign, but did everything but.
And what about for him? Because for Fairfax, he's in a kind of a pickle of a situation because here he is in the wings as Lieutenant Governor. He would ascend to the governorship. It's an awkward position for him to be in.
He can't actually say that he should resign, but he certainly made a strong statement about what he felt about the press conference and what's going on. And what's happening here is that the Democrats just want this over. They don't want it lingering on through next week. They don't want to get in a back and forth about how this picture got onto the yearbook, particularly now that we had this other situation in Texas. They just want Ralph Northam to go. And essentially, I think what's going to happen now is that the three people who really haven't made a statement,
or two U.S. senators.
Two U.S. senators and Congressman Scott, who haven't asked him to resign, they've made statements. I think they're going to have conversation, and they're going to have to tell Ralph Northam what he said today. He said, if I can't be an effective and efficient governor, I'm going to revisit it. And my guess is that that conversation is going to take place in the next couple of days, Bill.
And because his other claims that, I had nothing to do with the production of this and that I never saw the yearbook for 35 years, had no idea. And in the same breath, he's saying, of course, that stuff went on at the same time, in a way, throwing the medical school kind of under the bus there. But for now, we're Saturday evening, more than just over 24 hours into this. Monday morning, what's going to happen if he has not stepped down?
Well, Monday morning, you're going to see the General Assembly come back into town, and you're going to see all kinds of statements on the floor in their public hour about how the reputation of the Commonwealth is being tarnished by this, that it's important that the governor step down for the good of the Commonwealth. And that's why I think that maybe by Monday morning we're going to have some resolution of this, because I don't think the governor is going to want to have that situation when the Assembly comes back into town, having to listen and watch all the statements that are going to occur on Monday if he's still in office.
Yeah, because he's going to be the albatross over this whole legislative session if, in fact, he stays.
Exactly.